Hey guys, this is the pt.2 and this is my second video on how to save your base. The first video was just a kind of a food for thought video. I show a couple ideas that people use when your base is under attack if you decide to save it and fight. In this video I want to use Joseki in the loose form, meaning a pattern, not an official Joseki such as a corner Joseki, but a Joseki as in a common pattern that people use. Without getting into the intricacies of the word, I'm just going to refer to these as patterns. Basically, we have the same setup that we had in the last video. Your base is slowly getting cramped, and you know what makes it pretty clear that you're gonna have a hard time breaking out, and he's making it also clear that real soon he's gonna kill you. And also, if you remember the attacking your base patterns that I went over, you know, white could play here and just really, you know, just push black into these stones. And if, you know, white got another couple stones in here, I mean, this group is in a lot of trouble. So let's just assume you're everything else on the board is to your liking and you're ready to fight for this group. You have a couple different methods of fighting. There's your common method, which would be to actually kind of break out, right? And then this is just an overview here, but then white would trap you, and then, you know, black would play out a little bit, and white would play out. And the purpose behind this is a way of making eye shape. Okay, so you might be able to make a couple eyes and then live. But we're going to avoid this pattern here, and we're going to go straight to what we talked about earlier, which is this attachment underneath, right? It's a common idea people use. There's usually some type of fight that goes on, and you could either escape or make eye shape. Okay, so these are patterns I got from a sixth dan. He studied in Japan for 3.5 years, and he was an insei for 3.5 years. So this guy really knows what he's talking about. So I talked to him and asked him about this, and these are the patterns that he showed me. So like I said, I'm not gonna just show, you know, stuff unless it's from something reputable, and if I do, I'll let you know. So this is reputable. So when white tries to play this, if white ignores, you know, then black's out, and all his troubles are pretty much over, because he can push and he can make a base. So white's going to want to stop him. White can either play on the outside to stop, or white can play on the inside to stop. Okay. If white decides to play on the inside, this is the generally accepted response. Black will play here. White will play here. Black will then play here, which is pretty neat. White will protect and play here, right? This is preventing cut points. Black's going to play here. And now you notice this white stone is in a bit of trouble, right? And so to prevent black from trapping this stone, depending upon, of course, the rest of the board, and to prevent this from happening, white will play here. And then, as you can see, black is out. So this is pretty good for black. It's an escape pattern. Later on, black could do this, which would force the capture, right? And then you know, black could either try to pump out, or, you know, try another escape pattern for this way. This pattern itself may not have worked on the side because you're pushing into a corner, and so what if you escape if you're still kind of surrounded? Okay, so you want to keep that into consideration when you're going to try these. So let's go back to the basic pattern. I'll show you it one more time. So we're assuming you have a two-space extension and you're crowded. Okay. White makes this type of enclosing move. Okay. Black is going to attach underneath. White's going to pick here. Black's going to push in. White's going to, in a sense, threaten to capture that stone. Black's going to play here. White will more than likely protect. That'd be pretty bad for white if he didn't. Black's going to protect here because if he doesn't, white's going to cut you off and all that work was for nothing. Black's going to protect here. White is worried about black playing here because that would be pretty bad. White's going to play here, and now black is out to play whichever move he feels best. You know, here, 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 right? Just kind of depends on the whole board situation, but you're out. You're escaped. Okay. This is the this is if white plays on the inside. Let's set this up again here. Okay. So what happens if black plays here and white plays on the outside? Well, if white plays on the outside, the general pattern is black's going to pull back, and then white's going to want to protect, otherwise black will cut. And then, assuming, you know, black does the same thing on each side, and I was advised that this almost never happens, you know, black's doing okay. Let's see. If it's white's turn, when you get to this pattern, this is going to get a little funky, but there's a key point in this pattern, and that key point is right here. Whoever plays here, well, let's put it this way. If white plays here, this shape is dead, if you know your life or death. And I'll show you the pattern. It's very complicated, more so than most of my videos, but most of you guys probably want to know. If black plays there, if it's black's turn, black plays there, then the group is alive. Okay? Black can play there, and the group is alive. Black can play here, and the group is alive. Black can play here, and the group is alive. The group's unconditionally alive if you play your life or death properly. Okay? But if white plays here, the group is dead. And I'll show you the pattern here. So white plays there. Black would respond here. And it's really sweet. It's way above me. But white will spread out. Black will trap in. White will go underneath. Threaten the capture. White will go underneath. Black will threaten the capture. White will play here, threatening this. Black has to answer, protecting here, and boom. There's the kill. Black now cannot make two eyes. Oh man, right here. Pow. And you know, there's your my group is dead if you play somebody who knows his life and death really well. Okay, so I guess the moral of the story, if this situation pops up, you want to play on the key point. And I'll show you the key point one more time. If you manage to get white to white encroaches. If you manage to get white to play this very peaceful pattern, which is rare, and then black plays here, plays here, black plays here, it plays here, black plays there. This group's alive. If you do more fighting or whatever and you can't make an eye, white plays there, group's dead. Okay. Black could also play, black could play here and live, here and live, here and live. But here's the key point. You know, if you're a little scared, this is probably your strongest move. So that's about it. This was the one pattern, and the other pattern is a fighting pattern. Sometimes, if you just have 2 stones, sometimes it's better to let them die if you don't think you could save them. But if you could save them, it's almost always better to do so. So these are things to keep in mind when you're dealing with a base that's surrounded. If you can save them, these are 2 good patterns that you can use to you know, to do the trick. Obviously, games aren't so cut and dry, and you know, different things happen that might prevent you from having a nice peaceful. But white might be satisfied with this, you know, especially if he's got a lot of strong stones or he's got you cut off. White would be fine with you living. So you want to be sure that it benefits you and doesn't benefit your opponent as much. But I mean, if that were some type of nice invasion, you know, if you can get your 2 stones in there and, you know, he encroaches and you can get those first couple moves, you got an alright chance. So, it's going to be it for the video. I wanted to thank you guys for your support and your comments so far. Hopefully this is interesting. I mean, I got a lot of positive feedback about the pattern for attacking a base, so I figure it's only fair, you know, especially if you guys are playing each other, you know, I want to show you how to defend the base too. So, you know, when I saw that pattern, I thought, oh no, you know, I thought I was pretty safe with the base, and I realized I'm not. So, it really all depends, you know. You could defend it good and you could attack it good, just like everything in Go. It's very well balanced. Also, I wanted to mention that if you are interested in playing me KGS, my schedule is still very hectic. But if you catch me, feel free to chat it up, and if I have time, I'd be glad to play a game with you, whether you're weaker or stronger. We could play a fun game, we could play a serious game, it's up to you. My name, the pt.2, is also my KGS account. I've been thinking of maybe forming a the pt.2 room for my subscribers on KGS. This way all my subscribers, all you guys could and me could just pop on and kind of meet each other and maybe do a nice little social thing. So if you guys have any opinions or advice on how to do that, or if you think it's a good or bad idea, please let me know on that also. I don't know, I'm just trying to come up with ideas to keep it fresh for you guys, and you know, maybe we could have a little the pt.2 channel subscriber tournament, you know, and maybe I don't know, maybe I could find a nice giveaway to the winner or something like that. But that's it for the video. I wanted to thank you guys one more time for your support, and any ideas for videos or suggestions or criticism, comments, same as before, please let me know and I'll get back with you. You guys have a good day. Hope you had a good Easter, and I'll get back with you with the next video as soon as I can. You guys have a good one. Later.